What's going on, everybody? What the fuck? Peaky. Oh shit! I should have let. If I had known you were gonna do that, I would let you do the thing. You should have done your an emperor voice. Go ahead, Peaky. Do it.
Foreseen it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
You're late. You know what? We usually are late. That's kind of how these shows work.
Yeah.
Unsubscribing.
Also, hi Shanti. How's the
Hello. Yeah, exactly. It's good to see you in here. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, how is the what's it called? The beach. That's not the pool. Yeah. I think she's at pool. Oh,
she's at hotel pool.
Oh, whatever.
Hotel pool. Yeah.
Pool, beach, whatever. It's Florida. Who cares?
she was getting. We were all telling her to kick a child into the pool because it was annoying her.
Oh no, fuck that. Just,
I mean, I assume if you're in Florida, you just throw a gator in there.
Just get out of Florida.
Whoa, Dale. Whoa. Sexual harassment. Saying, Shanti, boobs.
Oh, you want to see boobs?
Hey, damn it, Peaky. Now we're going to get demonetized. Oh, we got Connor in here as well saying, where's the bodies?
You'll never know. You'll never know.
So, yeah, guys, we have a very special thing today. And we're going to be talking about the Transformers. No, I'm kidding. We're going to be talking about the Transformers Rise of the Beast trailer. No, we're going to be talking about something very special, a 40-year-old movie, something that was very near and dear to my heart, especially. But before we get started on that, I have to have a good way to bring us into it. I didn't have an opening gimmick, so this has got to be it. So here it is. Enjoy this.
No.
I'm fucking.
I'm kidding. Man, I popped on Return of the Jedi today, and I forgot they added that in, and I am sad they did.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Yes,
there's even a bit where Boba Fett goes "Well, that's on," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with you, Boba. I'm sick of this."
Yeah, that's true. I did remember watching. I saw it yesterday, and I remember weirdly, Boba Fett puts his hand on his gun while he's sitting there listening to the song. So I'm like, damn, dude, he's okay. You know what? That is true. The song is horrible. That one, I think it's called the Jedi Rock or the Jabba Rock or something like that. I don't know exactly what it's called, but the original one is not much better. I'm gonna find that one real quick. I didn't actually have that one queued up, so I'm gonna find that one.
I imagine you're right because I remember going through the rest of the movie, and there are bits like when you go to the sail barge, and I was thinking, God, the music that Jabba listens to does suck.
All right, here it is. So I'm just gonna play this one. This is on YouTube, but we're also gonna talk about this part, but I'm gonna
Matt Berry.
Matt Berry. That's true. Oh shit, that is Matt Berry's droid, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Matt Berry's droid.
This was worse. I'm sorry, but you know what? Jabba is fucking lame. The only thing that's cool about this scene is this chick. And then and again, I know, and me and my brother were arguing about this actually last week about why I'm arguing why Return of the Jedi is better. And it's nip slip. Yeah. That's true. In the 80s version, that chick is you can full on see, full on boob out of that, and that's why I took it off before we got out there, because I'm I'm not brave enough for that.
All right, no, let's do some googling.
All right, go for it. Give me something to look at later.
Hey, Peaky, you have a computer, you can get to it. You know exactly where. But the original theatrical cut. I'm sorry, it was the song was bullshit. And yes, there was the nip slip from the hot Twi'lek girl. But you know what? I'm I don't know. With retrospect, I'm I understand why they took that. Why at least George Lucas took that out, because it's how many people talked about, oh, dude, I loved Star Wars as a kid. My dad showed it to me as a kid. I'm going to show it to my kids. I'm maybe you don't want to show them that part.
No, show them that part. Start them young.
So, you guys remember 5 minutes ago before we went live, how we were talking about True Lies and that awkward moment with you and your parents watching that scene with fucking Jamie Lee Curtis? I'm it's the same thing, except the difference is Mom, why does that space slug have a girl in that? Oh wow, she's naked. It's like, why is she naked, Mom? It's like, she's an entertainer. So
The 80s, that's all you need to know.
it was a different time, son. Did you ever do that, Mom?
Go to your room.
You're right. You're right, Shanti. She totally was hot in that movie, but it's not something I'm going to sit down with my 8-year-old nephew and watch.
I'm going to be honest. Jamie Lee Curtis is still hot, kind of now. Like, she looks good for her age.
I mean, yeah, you know, like I'm not gonna say like that I'm watching Halloween Kills and I'm getting off to it, but yeah, you know.
No, yeah, that me neither. I'm just saying, like, she still looks good for her age, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
she's what, 60s, 70s.
I mean, to be honest, if we want to talk about Jamie Lee Curtis movie, we want to talk about. We need to go into Trading Places. That is the ultimate hot Jamie Lee Curtis movie.
Oh god, I love it. 5 minutes in, we're already on a different movie than what we were supposed to be talking about. I love it.
Blame Shanti, she brought it up.
Yeah, indeed she did. Shanti, coming in here, you're banned. Get out of here.
Shanti brings, but then again, Shanti brings a lot of things up.
But yeah, no. So
yeah, you can see that on the Lego Stud stream quite a bit.
Animals, both of you. No,
hey,
but
I'm not the one on the stream doing it. All right?
No, you're a good
I
point.
have seen the ravenous hounds on that Lego stream.
It's mainly Salacious. Salacious is the worst one.
Okay, so I like this. Tony Washington is in here. It says, which band is better, Rax Rebo Band or Figure D in and the module note? I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, are they
the band
from
from
the
Visions?
Jizwailer band? Or
I'm gonna go with the Max Rebo Band because it has the blue elephant.
I'm gonna go with the Sidebar Cantina band.
The sidebar can't. Oh, the guy. Yeah, that's cool and all, but it's like they have really weird faces, and I don't like looking at them.
I had it's like a statue thing, but it was Jar Jar Binks, and you pressed a button, and he like danced to that music.
I remember that. Oh mate, in the flood of episode 1 merchandise.
Yes, I had that.
With my KFC Jar Jar Binks cup and my Jar Jar Binks tongue lollipop.
Oh, dude,
I remember those tongue lollipops.
Yeah,
just fucking things.
French the Gungan people.
French the no, don't French the Gungan. That's why no one likes Jar Jar because they're trying to make all this mad.
They got tongue game, okay? They got that tongue action. I'm not gonna. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I imagine that tongue can get to places.
Yeah.
Use the Jar Jar lollipop as a Marmalade. It's like, come here, honey. We're gonna do something weird tonight. Oh god, so bad.
Hello, Samuel. Good to see you.
Hey, Sam.
I'm always happy to help with work, Samuel.
Yeah, to help relieve the mind-numbing boredom of work. Hell yeah, man!
Like, I didn't realize how big into audiobooks I would be until I started hanging out with you guys, and I've gone back and started listening to some of your audiobooks.
Yeah, Harrison, dude, he does a great job of all those voices. Go put that hat on, Harrison.
Which one?
Which one? Damn, dude,
none of these are mine. These are my mum's hats. So I don't think any of them will fit me.
Oh wow.
Milady.
Not a fedora man, are you, Harrison?
Also, I've just noticed you have earrings in.
Yeah, I just noticed that as well. But I was also saying, not a fedora man.
I used to be until the fedora was destroyed by the internet.
Good point.
And
the Jason
the fedora
Mraz
was
types.
technically the first victim of cancel culture, I think.
It's actually funny. I like that. I did not expect you to say that. That was funny. But yeah, no, I agree. The fedora was ruined by people by douchebags on the internet.
Yeah. Anyway. Also, a key thing to why the fedora doesn't work. I think the fedora doesn't work unless you're wearing a suit.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people put a fedora and they go like, yes, I'm a charming guy. It's
I
like,
went,
no, you know.
I went and saw, like talking about fedoras, and I just quickly sidebarring. I went and saw Madness live once, and I wore a suit, and I had a fedora, and then halfway through the concert, I pulled out a fez from my jacket and put the fez on instead.
That's pretty sweet.
I get like pop up fez that I just stuck on. I'm like, yeah.
That's what you call going one step beyond.
Okay.
Oh, this is a fun house, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's, dude. I swear to God, this is. I'm like, we've derailed so much, and it's not even hasn't even been like.
It's been 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. No, we've derailed from this to what was it? To Jamie Lee Curtis to fucking fedoras.
To be honest, it's not a Fulcrum podcast unless there's a bit of derailing.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. It's not. It wouldn't be the Fulcrum Entertainment podcast if we didn't like completely just. You know what? We were going to talk about this, but fuck all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, but let's try. So I'm going to say,
Let's talk about the hut in the room.
Yeah, about the hut in the room. You know what? Let's talk about how I went to go see this movie yesterday. It was awesome. Don't you dare, Shanti. Don't you? I'm not even going to put the comment up. Yeah, but I went to go see the movie yesterday. I went to go see Return of the Jedi.
I need to see the comment.
Yeah, you have to look it up. But anyway, I went to go see that, and you know what? It made me sad is I was watching it. I'm like, I forgot how fucking convoluted and stupid this opening thing. Like the opening 30 minutes of that movie, it's just so stupid because, like, he sends the droids and gives them as a gift. Then he get like with R2D2 the whole time with his lightsaber in R2D2. Like
that's a good point. Yeah, so he's just going around.
Like then he has Leia show up as the bounty hunter with Chewie and lock him up, which I'm like, how are they? If even if she went after she unlocks Han out of the carbonite, and then like gets him out of there, how is she going to get to Chewie and the two droids and get them all? And then also Lando, who is also there as posing as a guard. How is she going to get all of the like? It is just so convoluted. I'm like, what the fuck is he? What was his plan?
Also, how did Lando pose as one of those guards so easily?
Like, he had to have been like. And then also to be one of the guards who's like standing right next to Jabba. I'm like,
yeah,
it's a little odd. I love when the shot where they reveal Lando is one of the dumbest things ever. Like when he just walks up. Well, yeah, he's looking at it. He's like, this thing on my mouth means I can't see her.
Yeah, he's standing up against the wall and just kind of and like looks over his little. I'm like, what the fuck, Lando? Like it doesn't make any sense, especially if you like. I know there's someone out there who's like, well, in the EU, if you read this book, and this book, it explains everything. I'm like, but I didn't do that. So
yeah, but that's the extended universe, which like at this point is that considered canon?
You don't make sense. I don't make sense. No, that opening 30 minutes is stupid. I'm all for seeing Carrie Fisher in a bikini. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for having Salacious Crumb be there and be his annoying little like monkey lizard self. And without him, we wouldn't have one of our good friends.
Salacious's Pappy, who, funny enough, it was the true mastermind behind the whole thing, and Jabba was just a puppet.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I mean,
Salacious Crumb was the real crime boss.
Yes.
So yeah,
Salacious Crumb was the true overlord of the Hutt Empire.
It's Darth Salacious. Yeah, I'm gonna go throw that over to the pool with that annoying kid. You know what? It's sad. This is my favorite. Like Star Wars movie of all time, and I'm sitting here watching. It's like I'm one of the fucking haters now. I'm overanalyzing the shit out of this. I'm like, this is a pointless fucking 30 minutes of, and I'm like, but it kind of.
Gilbert has become the one thing that he swore to destroy.
I know. I'm fucking Anakin in Episode 3. I don't like it.
There are some bits that are odd, like maybe it's the edit of the movie, but it's a little odd that like Luke is like, right, I've done all this stuff. I almost got put into a Sarlacc pit, but I've saved all my friends now. We're all good. I'm gonna go now to go see Yoda. Bye. And they're like, what? Yeah, you guys can make your own way back to the Rebel Alliance, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Like you just kind of like, nah, I'm out. I'm gonna go do my own thing. See, but my problem wasn't even that. Like, the second that stuff happens, like once you get to let's go and don't forget the droids, and they all fly away, and that's when the movie is like becomes perfect for me, because that opening 30 minutes though, I'm just like, if you had had your lightsaber, this whole thing would have been that much easier. He reaches
You could
for
have
a
killed,
fucking.
you could have killed Jabba, like literally like that.
He force pulls a gun and tries to shoot Jabba. You could have had your lightsaber and chopped through all of these people. Like, and then also the Rancor. The same, even if you fell on the Rancor pit, like he picks up a bone, and I'm like, you know what really would have been useful right here? A fucking lightsaber.
That probably would have gotten through that bar.
When you mention a Rancor and a lightsaber, I've come across one on Jedi Survivor.
Nice. Dude, I need to finish Jedi Fallen Order before I get to Survivor.
Survivor's so. I've been playing Survivor for the past 2 days.
I've seen a lot of people talking about it. It looks really, really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like that was my thing. Is that like there are so many games that allow you to kill a Rancor with a lightsaber, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck, Luke? You should have had your lightsaber. It would have been smarter.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace on PlayStation 1. You could go into a Rancor pit and kill a Rancor as Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, exactly. You could kill a Rancor in Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. You could kill a Rancor in Jedi or Force Awakens. Not Force Awakens, Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm like, and then you can now apparently one in Jedi Survivor. So I'm like, and yes, I am angry. I am so angry that that the movie was like, oh, this is stupid. No, I'm angry that I'm looking at it that way because of all these fucking. I blame the fandom.
I still enjoy all of that lot, and I'm really trying not to put us on another tangent, but I will admit that Rancor fight has some real Star Trek fighting in it. Like I was looking at that bit where like it's grabbing for Luke and he just grabs a rock and smashes its hand. I was like, that's a
it's the 80s kind of like
puts a bone in his mouth.
It's how everything was filmed in the 80s when it came to like sci-fi, really, isn't it? They all kind of like manifested off of each other. Hey, Luna Girl.
Hey, Luna Girl. Sorry, Connor's thing made me laugh. Yeah, no, I got this. I got that. I got this skinny asshole next door, always like playing loud music and saying, "Yeah, bitch."
The entire city of Albuquerque is cursed by that.
I'm slightly concerned about the decomposing pizza on the roof comment.
Yeah, no, that dude, Breaking Bad has fucked our city so bad.
Oh, he's referencing Breaking Bad. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's Walter White throws a pizza on his roof or something. I don't know what it's about. He's pissed off. He throws a pizza on his roof. It's a whole thing. And it's like, that show has fucked us so bad.
Yeah, I can't imagine how hard it must be to run like a fumigating company in in Albuquerque these days.
They're all worried you're cooking meth in their house.
Yeah, it's like no, you're not cooking meth, are you? Yeah, I'm not cooking meth.
It was like, and then that one time when you are cooking meth. Nah. Breaking Bad is awesome, but the problem is, it's totally fucked Albuquerque. Now nobody wants to come here because they're all worried they're going to get shot by Tuco.
I mean, to be fair, the only other thing anyone knew about that before then was the Weird Al song.
Which Weird Al song is that?
It's called Albuquerque. It's like 11 minutes long.
High School Musical is actually set in Albuquerque, I think.
Don't remind me of that. Yeah, Albuquerque High, which the actual Albuquerque High looks nothing like that. And all the kids who are there look nothing like they actually. Not to. All right, so not. Oh fuck! You got me on this tangent. Not to be this guy, but there's. All right, this is not racism. This is absolute fact. There are far too many black people in that movie for it to actually be Albuquerque. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, there are far too many black people and not enough Hispanic people for that to be Albuquerque.
Okay, that's more of a comment on Albuquerque than it is like race. I get what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, like I went to high school. I knew 3 black people, literally 3, across my entire like schooling time. Like I went to high school, middle school, and elementary school out here. I knew 3 black people.
I also seem to have dropped my glasses on the floor and I can't find them. So,
what are you guys talking? I don't know. This is what happens when you guys get me on a tangent. I just wanted to have a nice little mellow chat about about Return of the Jedi, but no.
Okay. Well, we can go back to that. I want to defend that opening 30 minutes because for me, it's like part of the most exciting bit of that movie. I love all the stuff at Jabba's palace, like all of it. I love one thing, going back to it, that I noticed now is that when Leia turns up in the bounty hunter costume, which we can see in the corner of the screen, and she has the voice modifier on it, one thing that's quite interesting is that these days she just sounds like Carrie Fisher when she was old. Like when she's coming out, she's like, "Now relax." I'm like, "Oh yeah, there's Carrie in her smoker's voice."
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Now you've said that, I hear it.
Yeah, I was listening to it. I was like, I can actually recognize her as Carrie Fisher now that I've heard old Carrie Fisher. But I love that whole bit, and the reveal is fantastic. Like, I find it very hard to figure out which version of Carrie Fisher I prefer the most. Do I prefer Carrie Fisher? And this is, sorry, a horrible man thing. I'm talking about sort of looks, I'll admit. But like, is it Carrie Fisher in this? And I really like it when she kind of takes that helmet off of the bounty hunter, and it's like, oh shit, it's like the most beautiful person in this entire movie, and like one of the most beautiful actresses at the time. Or is she better? Does she look better and is more beautiful in the Blues Brothers? Because when she turns up in the Blues Brothers, she's amazing. She is like stunning. Ah, that's just me. What's your dog doing?
He's eating his foot.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, he likes doing that. Now he's scratching himself, but yeah, he likes to do that for some reason. He eats his own paw. I think there's like something wrong. I think that means he like have an allergy or something. I don't know, but yeah. Either way, that's not. She looks most beautiful in Empire. In Empire, she wasn't wearing that. She wasn't wearing the bikini, the metal bikini thing. I'm like,
I mean, she's nice and cozy on Hoth. You know what I mean? I feel like we could go for like a long walk, finish in a pub, have a nice day out.
I think it's just that shot.
Go for a coffee. I
don't know, Shanti, are you sure it's not? Is that she looked most beautiful, or is that just she's making out with Han Solo, and you kind of wish that you were her? Like, not to be that guy, but are you sure you don't just want to be her in that scene where she's
hooked on Thrawn, not Han.
I think she's hooked on both.
See, Luna Girl, you saying that?
Oh, in terms of face, okay, all right, I'll grant you that. Yeah, she does look prettier, like in Empire Strikes Back.
I mean, I obviously it's the same woman. She looks amazing all the time. And Luna Girl's got a good point about she looks amazing when her hair's down in the Ewok village, which she does. She looks like she is like a 70s Americana folk album. Okay. Like, she looks awesome.
She looks like Alanis Morissette kind of to me when she's like,
oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
I wouldn't mind seeing her in that Thank You video.
What pisses me off about that scene though is that how the fuck did the Ewoks make that dress and like then braid her, like they're little fucking like teddy bears? How the hell did they do all of that for? Like, I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
The Force works in mysterious ways, my friend.
Which that's cop out. And that's another thing. Those teddy bears, fuck them teddy bears. It doesn't. To this day, I do not like the Ewoks. I think that as a kid, I'm like, oh, cool, the Ewoks. But growing up, I'm like, there's no way those fucking things would be able to beat the Empire. That's not how it works.
Using sticks and stone.
Straight up, like it's like it's almost as if their armor does nothing. It does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that is about. But yeah, that scene where especially since just finished Star Wars Allegiance, and there's a bit where a stormtrooper like gets shot, and it's like, oh, the armor took most of the blast. But like in that bit where she first meets Fidget, I can't remember what Wicket. She first meets Wicket, and then like that scout trooper catches her, and the scout trooper is defeated with a stick. And I'm
exactly.
Like, that's a bit much. Like And then I quite enjoy it. A single blaster bolt makes that speeder just explode, which is quite great.
Yeah, but could you imagine like going for a speeder, you accidentally hit a twig, you're done for.
Oh, dude, and how fast they're going. Like, I know that in reality, it was just they were just walking around Skywalker Ranch and like going around, and then they just sped the footage up. But like when you watch that scene again, especially on a giant movie screen, it's like, dude, this is a dangerous thing. It's amazing that you guys aren't just killed just by driving these fucking things because
they're going like Mark 4 on those things. Like they are hoofing it.
Dude, I wouldn't want to be on. Straight up, I wouldn't want to fly through that particular like forest on those speeder bikes. That would you're gonna get killed.
I want to find something. I think I found it. Hang on. Let me see if I can share this. There is a moment that I noticed where when they sort of fall and they've been captured by the Ewoks, and there's a moment where all the Ewoks like come out of the undergrowth and like you couldn't see them before, but there is one Ewok that is really clearly in shot, and I didn't notice it when I was younger. Let's see if I can show this.
Now, pod racing is in their blood. Now, if we had see, that's what George Lucas should have come back with a remastered version again, and had one of them be like, now this is pod racing.
Right. I know it's a thing in it, but that is like one of my least favorite, like, what's the word? Talents of the Skywalker family is like, oh yeah, they're really good at driving.
They can drive really fast.
Yeah, I'm just like that. That's kind of lame.
You have the exact same talent as Dominic Toretto. Good for you.
It makes me think that I'm just gonna like meet one of the Skywalkers, like, you know, with his speeder in a car park somewhere, like with his friends, because they can't race on the street, so they just go and hang out and go like, look at the spoiler I got on my speeder, man.
Yeah, see, I'm like, but it turns out that Star Wars is actually all about family in the end. I fucking hate those movies so much. At this point, I'm so done with the Fast and Furious movies. But yeah, no, I thought that would be a funny reference.
But Jason Momoa's in the new one, man. Don't you want to go see Jason Momoa drive a car?
Because you know what? I mean, it's just going to be the same bullshit where Jason Momoa is like a bad guy, but then it turns out he's not a bad guy because he's sympathetic, and they're going to end by the end of the movie. They're all going to be buddy, and they're all going to be racing off into the sunset. And then we'll have Fast 11 where Jason Momoa comes back and is now their friend. It's like, Dom, I need you for another mission. It's like, shut the fuck. I hate those movies. They're so bad.
Guy we can get to help out with Jason Momoa.
Dude, that's what happened for literally every bad guy that's been like the last like 4 movies. It's like The Rock. Oh, he's going to be chasing us down as the cop. Then he becomes their friend in the literally next movie. Then it's like, I don't know, fucking, what's her name? Michelle Rodriguez is the bad guy in the next movie, and now she's their friend again. I'm like, I fucking hate these movies. They're so predictable. Bullshit.
Two seconds. I'll be right back. You guys carry on.
Yeah, no worries, buddy.
All right.
But yeah, that's my problem. Is that anyway? Whoa, what's this? Star Wars is all about murder. I'm guessing it's because of the Ewoks.
I mean, yeah, it is. There's an awful lot of death in Star Wars.
I love the Stormtrooper costume, but they're dumb and they can't aim for shit. No, that's absolutely right. That's because they waste all their money that should be going into their training on the goddamn Death Star. Not 1, but 2 Death Stars.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be an interesting budgeting question for the Empire.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. Like that, maybe that's why the rocks and the sticks actually work, is because they wasted all their budget on the second Death Star and couldn't even finish the entire thing because it's got those giant like chunks out of it.
And I guess it's the same sort of thing of like the separatist droids from the prequels, isn't it? Of like the reason that those droids are so bad is because they're cheap and poorly made and mass produced, which only half explains why they have slapstick comedy personalities. Feels like someone put the wrong programming in them.
Yeah, exactly. See, the Ewoks were very kid friendly. I think that was important to George Lucas. I think so as well. Yeah, like but near the end there, like you definitely saw he wanted to market it more towards children as the years went on.
Yeah, do you think it was maybe like him and like Spielberg? Because I know they were very close, and like their whole like how Spielberg got weirdly kid friendly as he got older, and he's like, "Oh, the dad shouldn't have left at the end of Close Encounters. He should have stayed at home with his kids." No, discover aliens.
I'm gonna replace the shotguns with radios in ET. It's too violent. They were gonna aim guns at those kids. I'm like, no, yeah, you're right, but you know what? I'm like, I feel like in order to stop an alien. I don't know. Maybe the government would do that.
I mean, they'll point guns at kids for less. Like, frankly,
cops shoot kids today for like nothing.
Yeah, like.
So yeah,
sorry about that. I had people trying to invite me to the beach, and I'm like, no, I am not going to the beach at like nearly 10 o'clock at night.
What? That's exactly when you should go to the beach.
Damn it, Shanty, leave Peaky alone.
I can't believe Peaky just turned down dogging for us. I feel so touched, Peaky.
That's a good point.
The thing is, though, it'd be really awkward because one of the people that's like going to the beach in the group is my ex, so it's like not really.
Okay.
I mean, hey, man, you never know. You could rekindle some stuff. Walking on the beach.
I've already done that. I've done that a couple of months ago.
I was gonna make a Grease reference, but you know what? Nah, I feel like that's. See. Oh, Titan, Bree is so hot. I'm watching Fast 10 because of her. Well, as long as you're watching it for the right reason.
Why are we on Fast and Furious still? I
was jumping off of it, but you know what? First of all, welcome Titan. I had to, because it was the first comment from this person. I had to You know, I had to click on it. Had to be a good host, Peaky.
That entire 1 minute phone call I just had, you were still talking about Fast and Furious.
A little bit, yeah, kind of. We got Dead Guy in here. What's up, Dead Guy? Says you can dispense with the pleasantries. I'm here to put you back on. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Star Wars. Very poignant quote right there.
War Star.
War Star. Let's see. Let's see. Shanty started at 5:30, but I get the link. Oh, okay. They're talking about another stream. Okay. Oh, she has it's the sidebar cantina. Yeah. Well, yeah. Go everyone, go watch that. Well, watch this as well. But it's weird. All right. Pull out your phone and your computer and pop on both streams and do that.
Also,
how it has to be.
Then bring out your tablet or your laptop and go onto Dave's Dimensions channel and watch him at the same time.
So be it, Jedi.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Yeah. Do your best voice, Harrison. Do your best Emperor.
So be it, Jedi. I have foreseen it. He will come to you.
Infinite power!
I said Emperor, not whatever the hell that was.
His ex?
His ex. Ooh, shots fucking fired.
Sorry, that wasn't meant to be a shot.
Apparently, infinite power of keeping me whipped.
There you go. Jeez, fucking hey, Connor. Is Frank going to the beach too, Peaky? I don't know who Frank is.
I don't know who Frank is.
See, Connor also says, "Yep, I agree. I always thought speeders were the most inappropriate mode of transportation for that particular environment. 100 miles an hour with giant red woods all around. Yeah, no, straight up. Not the smartest idea to have those speeder bikes.
No, like surely they're like the Empire had another sort of like mode of transport that was like planetary friendly than speed. Like speeder bikes would work on somewhere like Tatooine or maybe even Hoth, where it's not constantly like a closed environment like Endor is. But then you go so then you've got all these trees that you're constantly having to like dodge. You're going to get motion sickness.
To be fair, I would have expected from the Empire, you'd probably see something. We mentioned it earlier, and we hate this movie, but like some of the big machines you see in Avatar. Like, I feel like the Empire aren't going to go like, oh, let's keep these trees here. They're like, no, we're busy. Get rid of these damn trees. And they're just going to cut all things down.
That would make a lot more sense just to clear cut the entire forest. But George Lucas isn't going to do that to his own land.
Yeah, why not? He'll go back.
I have to live here, motherfuckers.
Does he still live on Skywalker Ranch?
I don't think so. I think he might have sold it a while back, but still, just the same. It's like, dude, at the time, it's like, I'm not going to clear cut my home. I live here.
I can remember when everyone people used to try and swarm it to get in.
It's a pleasure to see you, Dead Guy. We're glad to see you.
Happy to see you, man.
And someone say whipped. I don't know. I'm not sure what that's about, but you know what? Shame on you. No, yeah, I am not whipped.
Trying to get 50 sheets of sand on you.
But anyway, so you know what? We also mentioned a minute ago about we made a joke with our voice about the Emperor. I want to talk about that as well. Fucking Luke, how he handles the Emperor is so stupid. Again, he fights, beats Darth Vader, and then fucking he throws his lightsaber away. I'm in the theater watching this. I'm like, why the fuck don't throw your lightsaber away, you fucking moron? What? I'm like, I get he may not have known the Emperor could do the whole lightning hands thing, but like, why did you throw your lightsaber away?
Well, that's the thing, yeah. Like, they didn't know the Emperor was a Sith Lord. Like, no one knew.
Didn't we? I guess not. But I'm like, didn't we though? Shouldn't we have?
I mean, there were probably still people. He kept it a secret, even in the original trilogy, even through A New Hope to Return of the Jedi. He kept it a secret that he was, he didn't really announce that he was a Sith Lord, and that he was,
I guess
Darth Sidious.
But the whole part where he's like, I can sense your hatred. Your anger gives you focus. Like that kind of crap. I'm like, it kind of implies that he's a Force user.
You can be Force sensitive. You can be Force sensitive. We know Force sensitive people are out there, Gilbert. We know this.
Yes, we do.
Right,
but
I'll go with that. Maybe I'll go with that. He might not know that he can do like the Force lightning, but like for one thing, Yoda better have said, by the way, the Emperor's like a Sith guy, but bye. Like, at some point in his training, Yoda better going, oh, yeah, that douchebag. Oh, mate, I knew Palpatine from way back. He was always a knob. And should have brought up, like, we didn't know he was a Sith, so you need to know he's a Sith. Because the fact that we didn't know meant that we all fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, straight up. I'm like, I feel like he absolutely knew he's a Sith because of that whole battle in the Senate building. Like, he knew what, and the fact that he knew he could do lightning hands. I'm like, Luke, did you ever pull Luke aside? It's like, I don't know. I want to do a Yoda impression, but I don't have. But did you never just pull him aside and be like, hey, Luke, so lightsaber, invaluable tool. It's gonna be able to. You can deflect lightning. You can shoot it back at him, make him go all old looking. It's really great. Do that. Like, or like,
wasn't there a thing that, like, the face that Palpatine has throughout, obviously, like, for this original trilogy and the end of Revenge of the Sith, was his actual true form, and that he was using the Force to kind of, like, mask it from other people? Like, didn't I read that was a thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I guess.
We're getting some like banging coming through on things.
Yeah, and Connor mentioned that as well. What's up with what are you doing, Peaky? Are you sitting there, you whacking it?
Is that better?
There you go.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
It's my microphone. I fixed it.
Damn it, Peaky, stop whacking off on my podcast.
I just smashed my wrist on the desk then.
Defender of new Star Wars, critiquer of old. You know what? No, I watched this new Star Wars. And I'm sitting there. You know what my problem was? Is I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, if this movie came out today, exactly as it was, it would be torn to shreds.
It would be. It would be. It absolutely would be.
Like, I love old Star Wars. I love it to death. And I'm like, and I still will say that Return of the Jedi, because again, after we get past the convoluted Jabba's palace plot, and then we get just before we get to the part where Luke throws his lightsaber away, I'm like, that moment, it's pretty great, pretty damn good Star Wars. Like the peak Star Wars, because it has one of the best lightsaber fights between Vader and Luke. It has, like, again, the Emperor like tempting Luke, and Luke actually fighting with with his like wanting to kill the Emperor in cold blood, and then and also just like wanting to be like, no, that's not the Jedi way. The Jedi wouldn't do that. I need to do it in defense. It's like that kind of shit. Like, I enjoy the hell out of that. It's just, again, with 40 years of retrospective, I'm just like, this could have been done better.
Yeah, it might have been some sort of like, I'll shut my lightsaber down, but I'm hanging on to it because I don't particularly trust you.
It's what fucking what Jonathan said. No, wait. A minute ago. Yeah, if only Luke had a clip on his belt to hold the lightsaber, which exactly, it's like what he had. He could have just done that.
I guess maybe the thought is that, like,
this weapon is your life.
True. But he's putting that weapon down so that he doesn't have the temptation to, like, give in to what Palpatine's saying.
Maybe.
Which also, that's another thing to me, is that he's just like, take your weapon, strike me down with it. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. His journey towards the dark side and all that. But I'm like, isn't that the goal? Isn't that absolutely, like, if Leia was there, wouldn't she be trying to shoot the Emperor?
It kind of goes with, like, the saying, like, you give a kid a stick and he'll use it to hit stuff, kind of thing. Like,
I guess. I'm like, but you know what? Some things deserve to be hit.
I guess also
like Shanty. I mean, what?
Ooh.
What Luke has experienced, I suppose, of dealing with, like, actual Sith Lords and stuff is he's seen Obi-Wan just go like, nah, I'm not going to do anything, and just die. He's tried fighting, like, Vader on his own himself and then lost a hand for it, and also had, like, a big, Jerry Springer style reveal. And so I guess maybe he's like, this is the best I can go with, is like, don't fight and figure something else out. Maybe my dad will do it for me.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry about that. I was reading comments and I saw this one that Shanta's saying she's the only chick in here. It's like, I think you very well might be.
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean,
a lot of sausages in here. It's very total sausage fest in here, except for you.
We're talking about Star Wars on the internet. Like, this is the way.
Oh shit!
This
he
is
said
the
it.
way.
He said it. Damn it! Wait. Damn it! Oh wait, where is it?
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Yeah, no, we're talking about Star Wars. Particularly, we're talking about the original Star Wars back when it was like that was a vagina repellent. Like back when wearing a Star Wars T-shirt was the way to become a virgin until you were like 40. Now it's like it's not. Now it's considered just like a trendy thing to talk about. And hate on.
Yeah. I suppose like it's modern these days. It's been around long enough, isn't it? That's the issue.
See, Tony says, is it 3 years between ES? I think that's what something like that. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 years between episode 5 and episode 6, and then again, a lot of that is filled out by like the EU stuff, like by books and comic books and shit like that.
I didn't realize it was 3 years that he's in that carbonite. That is a long time to be without Han Solo.
Straight up. And Leia totally fucked while he was gone.
Oh, she's straight up hooked up with Lando. Like, there's no question about that.
Okay. I was going to say she hooked up with Chewie. She got the Wookiee D.
She was raw dogging it hard.
I assume it's a more like Jennifer Aniston from like Bad Bosses or whatever. Like she's just gonna go, you're coming with me, otherwise you're out of the rebellion. It's like, okay,
fair enough.
See, Tony says he loves Jabba's palace. I'm like, that's fine if you like that stuff. It's just, again, I don't mind it necessarily. It's just like, but watching him, like, a lot of shit had to go right for Luke for all of this to go, like, to happen. He had to absolutely, just to go back on that thing, he had to know that when he gave the droids to Jabba, Jabba would assign R2 to the fucking sail barge.
Yeah.
There's no way he could have known that.
One of the things I love about it is that he clearly didn't tell C-3PO what was going on.
Yeah.
C-3PO spent his entire time.
The thing is with that, like, if he had told C-3PO the plan, C-3PO would have ended up blurting his mouth out.
Yeah. C-3PO is so desperately unreliable. I agree. But I love the fact that C-3PO's going this whole time. He's like, what's going on? And it's like, no. R2-D2's there being like, you're here to be sacrificed, bro. Like we are supposed to get captured.
See, so here's, I see you have a thing that you have like to share. You're sharing a screen. What is this?
Yeah. Are you able to put it? Because I'm not currently logged in the way that I can. Yeah. So it's just this scene, right, where they land, they fall out of the net, and then in a minute, like all the Ewoks slowly reveal themselves. Like you can't see any of them except for this one dude who is really clearly visible over on the right. And he's just not hidden at all. And I feel like this poor guy in this costume could not tell that he was in shot.
Oh, that dude right there. Or which guy are you talking about?
So, yeah, he's a little Ewok. He's just above Luke. So if you look up to Luke, there's a little teddy bear in the woods, and all the rest are, like, hidden, and, like, you can't tell that they're there, and it's a real surprise. But there's just one guy going, hey,
it's like
some guys fell.
That's funny. Like, that actually would be, that's kind of funny. Like, I imagine that one Ewok is just the one who, he's just like, hey, guys, what are we doing? Steve, get the fuck down. It's like, why? What's going on? And they all just kind of fall, oh. And he's just kind of like, it's too late. He's just kind of standing there.
Yeah, he's ruined a lot of Ewok surprise parties.
Yeah, I could see that. Let's see. Tony, pop culture not movie released. Yes, okay, yeah. Han Solo was in Carbonite for a few years between there. Dale, the Never Touch a Booby Club member. Yeah, that's what Star Wars used to be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. Han says, my ex to this day can't differentiate between Star Trek and Star Wars properly, or she just wanted to give me an aneurysm.
It's probably the latter.
It's like, oh, I love Star Wars. Yeah, that Final Frontier and all that. And the 5-year mission is like, oh, no. Let's see.
Poor naive.
The Final Frontier.
Yes, you're right. Star Trek is vastly different, Shanti. It is like night and day. It's like one is boring and one is Star Wars.
I thought it was the same thing. I thought it was set in the same universe.
You lose your damn it, Peaky, you lose your nerd card. Get out of here. Get out. Leave.
I'm sure there was like a thing that someone like looked at once. It was like, like Star Wars versus Star Trek, and it was like Star Trek would like win immediately because like the technology they have is vastly superior to most Star Wars technology. It's like, sir, they don't appear to have shields. Oh, beam a photon torpedo onto their bridge.
It's yeah. I wonder why don't they ever just do that? If like, is it a shield thing that they can't? Because yeah, if you could beam a
Yeah.
bomb, if you beam shit onto someone's ship, why don't you just beam a bomb onto like a nuke onto their ship and just?
From what I understand, yes, you have to like you can't have your shields up and then do a beam. Like your shields have to be down in order to do that.
I guess it leaves you vulnerable. But let's see, Harry. To be fair, it was a midget in a costume in the woods. Poor bastard probably couldn't see jack shit.
I imagine you're correct. That's why I'm like this poor dude. No one said to him like you're not hidden at all.
Also,
mate.
Jonathan, shame on you. You said the M word, but then again, so did I. So I guess we're all in trouble.
He said,
Also,
he said Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yes, he said Mississippi. He said the bad. He said the bad M word.
We never speak of the place with too many S's and too many P's. The land of the mud pie.
I'll be cold in the ground before I recognize Missouri. Simpsons reference. Let's see. Yeah, Dead Guy says Star Wars is a lot of fiction, barely any science. Star Trek, lots of science, less fiction. Yeah, Star Trek is a lot more of like it's less fiction and a lot more like goals because of like doors that open on their own, video chat, fucking touchpads, that kind of. It's less of fiction and more of like one day we're gonna have that shit.
That's one of the reasons why it's fun when you sometimes go back to the original series. Like you talk about touchpads, like you have next gen where it's all screens that they touch, but then like the old ones is literally just buttons. It's like that thing that communicator between decks actually goes and like whistles, and it's just like, how come your guys have invented interstellar travel, but you still have to like turn knobs?
Because they wanted it to feel very, very like retro-y. That's why the same thing is like in the old timey. Do that again. I can't do that. The whistle. That's impressive. I can't do that. But yeah, that shit. That the reason they did that is it's like an old timey fucking like sailor thing.
And
yes,
that is called a bosun's call.
Oh,
I did not know that. Look at Peaky with his knowledge.
Swain.
I only know that because Harrison will know what these are. I was in the Sea Cadet Corps.
Ah, Sea Cadets. All right, it's all air cadets in my area.
Yes, I was in the Sea Cadets, so I know a little bit of naval knowledge.
Well, I was in Marine Corps ROTC, and I don't know any naval knowledge, so.
You're also American.
That's not much a flex. It is just like I'm American, so. Yeah. I think I learned how to sail anyway. One time, and I'm just like, and I didn't really retain it because I'm like, I live in New Mexico. I'm never going to sail again.
Yeah, I could see that being an issue.
Yeah.
Borg would make Vader their mascot. See, that's interesting. You know what? Since we have this one brought up, that'd be an interesting actually topic for what if Star Wars and Star Trek crossed over, like Darth Vader versus Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk's so fucked.
Scotty, I tried the double fist punch. It didn't do anything.
Fucking, I would love to see Spock try to come up and do like the Vulcan like nerve pinch or whatever, and it doesn't work because Vader's wearing armor.
I had those nerves removed. They were lost in the volcanoes of
Mustafar.
Mustafar. I was going to say Dathomir, and I knew it was wrong.
Dathomir is where Morg is from, but like
I said, I knew it was wrong.
See, watching Next Gen. Yeah, so Shanti says she's watching Next Gen for the first time, and Star Trek Tech is more appealing to me. Data is also appealing. Of course he is. Of course, he is fully functional.
He is fully functional. Tasha Yar knows that.
Oh, yeah, she does. Good for Data.
Of course Shanti is into Data. Of course Shanti is into Data.
But is she into lore?
The three-way with Data and lore. DP. The final frontier. No, but seriously though, let's see who else is in here. Well, Kirk all day gets him drugs from Bones and rips him apart while fucking awesome battle music plays. Dun, 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 dun. Joke's on you, Spock. I don't have shoulders.
I think like a good like team up would be like Scotty and Chewie like trying to run the Millennium Falcon together. I'd watch that.
Dude. I would. All right, so yeah, Scotty and Chewie, being engineering buddies. Han and Kirk being like, fighting over who's the captain. Let's see.
Oh yeah, no, Han and Kirk. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be really good.
I could definitely see like team ups like Leia and Uhura hanging out. Who would be Luke's? I guess I don't know. Luke and Spock.
I don't know why, but my head went to the Russian one.
Chekhov.
Chekhov, yeah, I don't know why. It was just like him and Chekhov hanging out, be like, hey, no one respects me either. Or if it's next gen, like him and Wesley. like he takes Wesley off to like try and learn the Force, and Wesley can't because he's Wesley.
Imagine Will Wheaton in Star Wars. Like
He
Jesus,
probably is in Star Wars. Like Zach Braff is in Star Wars now. Will Wheaton's probably been a box somewhere.
I don't know. That's an interesting point. You know what I noticed? None of the actors from Star Trek have ever been in Star Wars. I don't think so. Anyway, I've noticed a lot of Game of Thrones actors in Star Wars, but never very many like Star Trek. I think that'd be a major upset if we one day saw like Patrick Stewart make like a cameo in like Andor season 2 or in like Mandalorian season. That would be a major upset. I don't know why, but I think it would.
See, yeah,
did you guys see the thing I posted in the Kuroni Discord, part of the Discord the other day? The news website article where Star Wars is back filming literally 2 minutes across from my house.
Yes, I did see. Yeah,
nice. I did not know.
I can more or less see that from my house.
See. Samuel, hey, Harry, what if Star Wars was in the same universe as Star Trek? I'm like, isn't that what we've been talking about?
I mean, I'll tell you this. I feel like Luke would have nowhere near the patience with Q that Picard has. Like, no. I feel like Q would turn up and Luke would immediately try and cut him into bits. Yeah. Picard never hit me with a lightsaber.
Who the fuck is Picard? Yeah, no. Oh, God. Although Q fucking around with the Star Wars universe would be hilarious.
Yeah, I kind of like to see Q in this.
I would love to see Q just giving Darth Vader the business.
Yeah, or messing with the Emperor, just like being like, "What? You have a big space station? Right? Okay, mate." Like snaps, turns the Death Star into a rubber duck.
It's like turns it into the size of a marble. It's like, here's your space station.
It can't destroy planets anymore, but it can light cigarettes.
A Death Star lighter. Oh, now I want one of them.
Sir Patrick Stewart is a recast for Lobot in the Lando show. See, like that. Something like that would drive people insane. I feel like Star Wars fans would lose their shit.
If he was gonna get cast, he should have been like a senator or something, like in the prequels rather. Mm-hmm. Like he would have been perfect, just like as just someone like, oh look, it's Patrick Stewart. There you go. We don't need to reference the fact that he's Picard. Except maybe every now and then when he's in the Senate, it'll just be, and that's what I believe. Make it so.
It's like, it's sad we haven't been on Star Wars for a minute now, but I love that Tony's in here and says, just read it. It took 6 people to operate Jabba. It doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me at all. Did you see that giant that fuck off puppet?
The tail alone needed 3 people, I bet.
It's quite incredible. Like again, so to defend that opening, like the effects that go into just Jabba's palace is so intense. Yeah. Like it's so many people in full costume where if it's a close up, a lot of those need puppeteers to like move eyes and mouths and shit sometimes. Yeah, like and it's everywhere. It gets a little bit less when the Rancor shows up and they're like, no, stop motion is attacking us. But it's so great. Even that stop motion is not as noticeable as examples in other things. Like even examples in other Star Wars movies, it's better than some of them. It's amazing.
You know what didn't need any operation at all? Didn't need any help at all to be operated?
Oh, this guy. This terrible Jabba. Well, maybe it's better these days.
CGI Jabba is best Jabba. Like what? Watch this CGI here. Like when they have him walk over his tail. Did you? Yeah, right there. That is the best CGI. That is so horrible.
To be fair, I think that's like not even like the first CGI Jabba, because it wasn't like the first CGI Jabba like really bad.
Yeah, no, that was a revamped version. The first CGI Jabba that he did in like 1997 or whatever was horrible.
Yeah, I remember awful. That. Like he looks 2D even though it's 3D CGI.
She hates that version. Of course, you hate that version of Jabba. We all hate that version of Jabba. It was a dumb scene. It was a dumb scene that didn't need to be. I was being sarcastic, of course. I skipped this scene. Well, I mean,
it's the biggest problem with Disney Plus is that you can't watch the originals. Like, I don't want to get my VHS out. Is the only thing.
So yeah, I saw someone talk about that. Is that like they wish that they would release the someone when I put a post online that I'd gone to see the new one or the Return of the Jedi in theaters. Someone had commented like, "Oh, that's cool, but you ever wish that they would put the original ones out there without the CGI?" And I'm like, kinda, but not. Again, because personally, I think that the ending music for the Ewoks, the end celebration scene, is a lot better than the original one. And while there is a problem with the whole like the Jabba's scene, the Jabba's palace musical,
yeah,
there's a lot of problems with that. But the original one wasn't much better. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch the original.
You've also got like with the original compared to like the remastered, is the end scene when they're on Endor with the Force Ghost of Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin.
It's Sebastian Shaw as opposed to Hayden Christensen.
No, with in the original you've got an older Anakin.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the older act. It's the guy who's actually like who's like, tell your sister. It's that same guy.
Yeah.
But he's just all cleaned up. And I think that's his name. Is Sebastian Shaw.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not the guy who was in the costume, is it? It's like it's like a third actor, I think. Like as in the guy with his helmet off when he's dying. I don't think is because the original guy's the wrestler from the UK, the Green Cross man.
Oh, well then never mind.
Yes.
Yeah, then that means that then for whatever reason that they swapped the actor after that because the guy who's the original actor who's standing there his name is Sebastian Shaw was the guy who was like a Force ghost next to Obi-Wan and there's a big thing, and even at the end of the credits, like when you'll see it'll say like Anakin Skywalker played by Sebastian Shaw. It doesn't actually even say Hayden Christensen either.
Yeah, Chauncey's putting David Prowse. Yeah,
David Prowse was the guy in the costume.
Yeah,
he that poor motherfucker. He thought he was going to be Darth Vader, and he's not.
Yeah, that point. I mean, like I think he was from like the West Country, so which means like he basically has like the UK farmer accent. So if he was like, "You're a traitor with the Rebel Alliance."
Yeah, right. Like I watched that documentary about like making the first Star Wars movie and having David Prowse in there like talking and him in the helmet. It's like, you are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away. And it's like, dude, you sound ridiculous. Like, there's no way you thought you sounded. There's no way that you knew that you didn't know you weren't going to be like the actual voice for Vader. Like, come on.
But you know what? Interestingly, it makes me think of some recent Star Wars news. I've seen a lot about the interview with Temuera Morrison, where he's been saying about how he was told he was going to be in Mando Season 3. And never got the call. And it's just that thing of like, this kind of stuff has been happening in Star Wars longer than we think. Like, all these people who've like been in Star Wars and they're like, oh, what? You mean that wasn't me? Got screwed over.
See, Shanti says she's not a fan with tampering with the movies that were a sign of its time. I get that. I'm like, I kind of understand why why George Lucas did it. It's because he wanted to make it a little more continuity between his new movies and these movies. Like, yeah, like I absolutely get that.
It also kind of makes sense of Hayden Christensen's Anakin being the Force Ghost, because that is kind of when Anakin died. Like,
from a certain point of view.
Yeah, from a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view, that was when Anakin died and Vader began. Like,
and I will admit, like, we know that that Sebastian Shaw, Vader never looked like that.
No.
Like he went from pretty boy Hayden Christensen to scarred, burnt, messed up machine man. And like there wasn't a bit where he became middle-aged and had gray hair.
I wish they had been ballsy and showed us just like him bald and all like scratched up, but still like a Force Ghost, just like old nasty Vader, but still it's the Force Ghost.
It's like just bits of him like kind of hovering, and there's like, well, I don't have my legs anymore. Like, so yeah, nah, this is what's left.
No arms, kind of like.
Let's see. Hans Paul says Darth Vader was first drawn by some plane designer who helped them design some of the spaceships. he had a drawing of Vader, and Lucas liked it, so they took the design. That's cool. I didn't know that.
It's really fun to look at like old designs and like ideas for it, like back when they had things where like a Wookiee was going to be a giant owl. I think it was like one of the things originally.
See, so every time I see Hayden at the end of Return of the Jedi, I want to kick my TV. Oh, well, you know, I grew up. I was 5 years old when those movies came. When that first movie came out, when the episode 1 came out, and I think 2002, I was second grade, third grade, maybe. I was a child, so those were my Star Wars movies. I grew up with Hayden Christensen, so I was like,
same.
So I have to give him like, yeah, he was my Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah. I am kind of with you guys. I think because like I've said before, the prequel trilogy, I did not. I remember really loving the first one when it first came out, but then like I really fell out of favor with those movies. I didn't enjoy them. So I have a similar thing where I see him and I'm just reminded of bad Star Wars, in my opinion. Obviously, Star Wars is Star Wars. You can love it if you love it. That's fine.
Yeah.
You love fan fiction. Nah. Corporate fan fiction. Nah, Tony says, rumor has it that George Lucas wanted Orson Welles before James Earl Jones. That would have been an interesting one.
That would have been weird. Like drunk Orson Welles doing like Darth Vader.
Yeah, I don't know how that
imagine it.
Go ahead.
I imagine it would have been like Unicron from the first Transformers movie. Do you guys remember that?
I vaguely, yes.
Yeah, it was Orson Welles' last role before he died. He was the main villain of the animated Transformers movie.
Huh. Okay.
That was like 1980 something, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he probably would have been around to have done this, but yeah, I certainly think James Earl Jones was probably a better choice in the end.
I'd say that movie was late 80s.
Oh, yeah. It begins with an incredible line. There's a wonderful moment in that where they give you some narration to set stuff up, and they go, "It is the year 2005."
So here, let's see. I have it at this point, so let's listen to this real quick.
We can't hear the audio from that.
Oh, can't you? Oh, lame. That's sad. Well, let me see. Nope, yeah, no, never mind. That's fucking bullshit, but it sounds pretty damn cool. Let's see. Look it up yourselves, everybody.
Yeah, but it's I am Omicron. And he like
Unicron, welcome Megatron, like some shit like that. It's like, yeah, no, it's really badass.
Welcome Megatron. I will turn you into a different toy so that we can sell new toys.
There you go. Yeah, okay, here we go. Since someone brought that up as well.
Good. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
Use your aggressive feelings, Shanti. Yeah, let the hate flow through you. It gives you focus, makes you stronger. At least some of that.
The sequel trilogy. What about Rey Skywalker?
You know, okay, it's not even that I agree with the whole Rey Skywalker thing, but I have been fucking dealing with idiots on Twitter all fucking week of people who are just like, she's not a real Skywalker. The real Skywalkers are over here. I'm like, I argued with a dude for like an hour the other day about whether or not Han is a Skywalker. And I'm like, no, hey, he's not. He's a fucking Solo. And whatever, his kids have Skywalker blood, but his kids are Solos too. They are not fucking Skywalkers. Get over it. It's
I do
Jason
imagine
Solo.
like everyone is glad that Han is there at a Skywalker Christmas though. Like I just like everyone else is kind of lame at a Jedi, and they're like, oh, let's go hang out with Han. Like we'll smoke some weed behind the shed with him. It's just there going, yeah, I know what you mean, man. I don't even see Chewie these days.
Speaking of, where's my cannabis? I need to calm down. Seriously, go smoke a fatty. Realize that this is all just fake, and it's all none of it's real. At least I hope none of it's real. That would suck if Star Wars actually turned out to be real. Like that'd be cool, but also it's like shit, dude. There's a Death Star somewhere out there. Like, what if the Death Star were to hit our planet? That's like, that's not good. Let's see. Ralph McQuarrie did some drawing for Lucas to help with sell the movies. You can pull some up. You know what? Fucking, I will pull some Ralph McQuarrie.
Rave to my background.
Yeah, nah, but oh no, wrong one. Stop screen. All right, so yeah. All right, so real quick, I did want to ask, like, is this movie as good as you guys like? I'm gonna say, like, I still love it. It's still my favorite, and I'll argue all day long why it's better than Empire. But
it is still up there for me. It's still like one of those films I know I've seen it a dozen times at least now, but yeah, I'd still happily watch it over and over again.
mm-hmm.
I think I would say I definitely it was my favorite when I was a kid, but I would say Empire has now passed that as my favorite. And like when I rewatch Empire these days compared to rewatching this, I have a better time with Empire. I think the storytelling, the tension, I think it's a better made movie. But like this is by no means a bad movie. I think like it holds up, but it is like it's a different kind of film.
No, if we're talking about bad movies, then we talk about Rogue One.
Oh, shame on you. Rogue One is awesome. How
Rogue
dare
One's
you?
pretty good. Yeah.
And Solo. The Solo movie was pretty bad.
I'll give you that. Yeah. But I mean, if we're talking
we
about
didn't need we didn't need that Solo movie.
I'm so happy Florida has medical. Oh yeah, well New Mexico has recreational. So I'm sorry, that was petty. That was very petty.
Yeah, let's see how long DeSantis lets you keep that.
Dude, I swear to God, if they try to fucking end that, I will fucking. There will be heads will roll. I had to, you know how long I had to wait for recreational weed. Oh my God, that's bullshit. See, dead guy that'll watch. What's it? See, the good becomes bad. The good bad thing becomes a little more gray the older you get. Is that a Watchmen? Is that a Watchmen reference? Think about like
that's one film I have actually never watched.
Have you read the book?
No.
Oh, bro!
Fuck's sake, Peaky! What,
bro? Oh my God! We need to.
Lads.
It's like, whoa! We need to get you laid. It's like, but not that kind of laid. We need to get you like Watchmen laid.
Yeah, we need to get you more deep nerdified. Like, read that book. It's such a good book. Like, it's truly one of the greatest graphic novels ever made. Like, it's amazing.
I just know there's a half-naked blue man in it.
He's not half naked.
Yeah. He's
you see full
naked.
on Dr. Manhattan dong.
Yeah.
Oh, you see full dong?
Yeah. Dude hangs dong.
Yeah, and he is multiple versions of him about to DP a chick.
Like, no,
he first turns up.
Dude, there's this whole part where he's in bed with his girlfriend, and then you see like one hand, two hand, and there's like four fucking hands all over, and then out of nowhere she's like notices there's like three of them in there, and she flips out.
But he's mostly angry because he's in the other room working.
Yeah, there's like five. There's like three of them in the other room working as well. It's pretty fucking great. I love it so much, dude. I hate Silk Spectre in that movie. She's hot, but at the same time, she's a dumbass. She's a star fucker.
She turns that down.
She's a star fucker. That's all she is. I'm like, I'm sorry, I hate that chick. Like, she only wants to go to Night Owl because Dr. Manhattan. Oh, I'm busy working on this generator. You know what? Fuck Silk Spectre. Like, totally 10 out of 10 would smash, but just the same, fuck Silk Spectre.
Is it Rorschach that's another one?
Dude, yeah, Rorschach is the boss. Rorschach is... Hang on, wait.
Rorschach is good, but he is one of those characters that, like, you got to remember, he's not as cool as we think he is.
No, dude, Rorschach is the fucking king. I will hear no bad words about it. In fact, you know what?
He's not really the king of much, is he? Other than, I don't know, homeless men with signs? But anyway.
I'm going to do the rest of the stream like this.
Oh, great. This is where we're at now.
Yep. This is where we're at now. Me with my little fancy mask.
That's a really sweet mask.
Wait,
really
does that actually like move or...
Yeah, it's like temperature based or something. Like it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's thermo something. I don't know. It's like thermochromatic paint or something like that. But yeah, when I breathe into it, it changes.
Now Rorschach is a character that does pull off a fedora.
Dude, see, it's funny. I have a fedora in my. I didn't want to grab the whole thing, but yeah, I have a fedora in my closet somewhere for that costume.
Yeah, no, like read that book, man.
Yeah, Rorschach. See, all right, homophobe, yes. Racist, unconfirmed. I'm gonna say unconfirmed that he's a racist. A homophobe, absolutely, but racist, unconfirmed.
No, he might be. I can't quite remember, but there might be a few bits in that journal that are like, ooh, Rorschach.
I'm not gonna rule it out, but
Well,
just this, but still
my favorite character, as in like character that's fun to read, is not a good guy. I love the comedian. The comedian is terrible, but is kind of cool.
Yeah, no, and like he is,
and the comedian's awful.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan does the best comedian, by the way. Like he does it like the best.
Yeah, incredible casting for the comedian. But yeah, like he's a sociopath. He's
he's
worst human.
Dude's fucking crazy, but
also
awesome
he's
movie.
like me.
Yes,
I don't know.
he's not gonna...
How many pregnant women did you shoot in Hanoi?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that scene.
Yeah,
yeah. How many women have you raped? That's a good question. If the answer is any more than one, then I'm like, then you might be on the same level as him. But if the answer is any less than that, then yeah, you're good.
I'm just gonna drink my drink.
Whoa. Oh, shame on you.
He's already refused to say where the bodies are. He's not going to tell us anything more.
Whose bodies do you think they are?
Ooh. Fuckers. Nah, but okay, so to try to get back, yes, yeah. Watchmen is awesome. Peaky, you need to watch it / read it. But yeah, the comedian is such a fucking prick. He's awesome.
Is it on Netflix?
It was. I'm pretty sure you can probably watch it either on HBO Max or Netflix or whatever the hell you guys have as the equivalent.
We don't have HBO Max over here.
Well, fuck, dude. Savages.
That's why we get like a bunch of stuff on different streaming services. It's why like Amazon Prime picks them up and stuff like that a lot of the time around here.
Yeah, because we can get Paramount Plus with our Amazon Prime membership.
Okay, well, it very well may be on one of those streaming services. I don't know, but yeah, you need to check it out because it's really, really good. And I think it like Zack Snyder. Like I don't like a lot of Zack Snyder stuff, but yeah, that's one of the ones that I will always like defend. It's great.
Yeah, that 300. It's probably the two movies you can watch.
Really, I'm not really being a big fan of 300. I like that and Sucker Punch.
I
never watched Sucker Punch either.
Oh,
no, I haven't seen Sucker Punch. Everyone was just like, "It's awful. Don't watch it."
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's kind of like a weird version of like Alice in Wonderland. Goddamn dog.
Yeah, I've heard like it's a bit like Brazil, but not as fun.
Never saw that, but
Brazil's a good one.
But at any rate, so to go back to Return of the Jedi just a little bit to try.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
All right, so here I'll go through the thing. Like Harrison, favorite part of the movie. Go for it.
Favorite part of the movie. When I was a kid, my favorite part was when Luke gets his lightsaber back on the sail barge. Because like for me, that's when like Luke kicks in as like he's a Jedi Knight, badass, and he is here to wreck your day. And I still love that. I love when Luke first turns up and he's got the black like uniform thing on now, and I love that he keeps that. It's like I love that they kept him wearing that in Mando and in the Book of Boba because it's like that's like my favorite era of Luke. So yeah. I think that still holds a huge like part of me is like that. There was back in the day, and I think it's somewhere in this house, but I can't find it. We had a digital camera like early on because my mom was an art teacher, and so there's like a thing of me as a kid with my toy green lightsaber in like a black t-shirt, and my mum photoshopped me next to Luke when he's on the barge with his lightsaber, and I was very proud of that image for a long time.
See, you know what's funny is that my brother tried to, when he was younger, he saw that scene of Luke doing like the jumping off the board and then flipping over, and we had a pool when I was a kid with a diving board, and he thinking he would be cool. Oh, I know. And he jumps down, grabs the board, just goes whap, and smacks himself in the head. It's the funniest damn thing ever. But yeah, no, that was really cool, an awesome scene. But it's like, yeah, because you're right. It's when Luke kicks in and he's finally becomes like the badass that we all like want him to be. He's like all of his years of training have finally come to this moment. But it's like, yeah, no, that one part, I'm like, yeah, don't do that, kids. Don't try to flip over a fucking diving board. It's not going to end well.
Yeah, it's all, you know, it's really interesting going back because it is like there is a huge difference as the movies went on. That the Force was so tame, like in that original series, because like you see that, and you know when he does a like Jabba, you know, like release us or prepare to die, and like if it was made now, the carnage they would unleash would be huge, and you know, like he would have leapt from that place, from that diving board onto the sail barge, and then flipped around it for a while and stuff. So I kind of like that it's a little bit more subdued in this. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, dude, Ralph McQuarrie was awesome.
That's really fantastic.
Yeah, straight up. But so I think I'm gonna agree. I think either that or the final confrontation between him and Darth Vader are probably my favorite. Peaky, where are you at? What is your favorite scene of this movie? Oh,
Probably the end when they're blowing up the Death Star and you see the Millennium Falcon go through that tiny like small like bit, and then the flame just kind of like peers out of it behind it, and it just kind of like erupts out. Like that's a pretty good like I think that's my favorite film just because of like cinematography start value, like that, just seeing it come through that small gap and then the fire kind of follow, just from a you know, from an editing type of view. By far like one of the best scenes, I think.
Agreed. I did enjoy very much the like Lando flying through, like that whole scene is very claustrophobic to me. I'm like, I wouldn't want to fly with that big ass like bulky ship in those tiny little corridors. Like,
yeah,
that even with a TIE fighter or like an X-wing, it seems like it'd be really, really shitty to have to be like,
yeah, and it's a freighter that they're like dragging through there, isn't it? Isn't the Millennium Falcon like a Corellian freighter?
Yeah, it's like a cargo freighter. So that thing is like, it's not meant to be where he takes it, or where they take it in there. I'm just like, it's much cooler than the trench run because it's like, okay, that actually adds a little bit more stakes to it. But yeah, no, it's messed up, man. Yeah, let's see. There we go.
Do you think in Star Wars there's like a Millennium Falcon freighter version of Ice Road Truckers?
I believe it.
There's like a weird like reality show that goes out on the HoloNet, and it's just like, now we're gonna watch the most dangerous like hauling.
Corellian truckers, can we make the Kessel Run in less than 11 parsecs?
It's the Kessel Run. The fastest ever done was 12 parsecs. His delivery's got to be there in 11.
Yeah, but then isn't the thing that a parsec isn't a
It's not a measure of distance. Or not a measure of distance, is a measure of time, or vice versa.
The other way around.
No, it's not. It's not measured in time. It's measured in distance.
Yeah. So how they if you watch the Solo movie, how they explain that is he took a shortcut. Like the Kessel Run was supposed to be like, all right, you have to go this route, and he's like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna go around this. We're gonna go through this like gas cloud or whatever, and we'll shave off a few parsecs. It was kind of dumb, but they found a way to explain it in Solo. Like he just takes it's really not that important, not that impressive. He takes a shortcut.
I will show you proof right now. I have just rented Watchmen on Google Play Store.
Oh hell yes, yes, Peaky.
I will watch tonight.
Okay, look, I'm glad you watch it, but I swear, like I cannot stress this enough. Read it as well because it's very different.
Yeah, no, okay,
it's not very different, but it is different.
Okay, so yeah, no, I'm gonna spoil the comic book for you, and I want to spoil the movie for you because you're gonna watch it. But in the comic book, they drop a giant like dead alien squid on New York, and that's what makes the entire world, come together. It's different in the Watchmen movie. Like they use there's a heavy use of an alien squid in the book, and it didn't really make sense if you watch or if you put it in the movie. So Zack Snyder changed that. Like, yeah. Anyway, wow. There's a whole conversation going on in the chat that we've just kind of been like missing. Let's see, John says enjoyed 300 when it came out. Not as much of a fan anymore. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do kind of get that. I really like 300. It's so stylized. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's one of those films that, like, when it first came out, it was really good.
Everyone kept shouting, "This is Sparta" for like 3 years.
Dude, I forgot he did Dawn of the Dead too. I love Dawn of the Dead.
that Dawn of the Dead remake is really good. Like, I know you're not supposed to like remakes, but I really enjoy that movie. Soundtrack's great as well.
Well, thanks to that Dawn of the Dead remake, we got Shaun of the Dead.
I think we were going to get Shaun of the Dead with or without that remake, because that whole thing started with an episode of Spaced. They basically did like a blueprint of Shaun of the Dead in Spaced.
Yes, it was the bit where he's up all night on speed. He's playing Resident Evil.
Yeah, he played Resident Evil 2. Yeah.
Did you watch the same Simon Pegg interview that I recently watched then? Because he explained how Shaun of the Dead came about. He was like, we were making Spaced. My character Tim was high on speed playing Resident Evil 2, and he's kind of like manifested that he was actually in the game. And like we were like, why don't we make a zombie film?
I mean, like, I didn't see that interview. I've just been watching stuff ever since Spaced. Like, I watched Spaced, and was into those guys before Shaun of the Dead came out.
Spaced is such a good TV show. It's a shame it only went on for 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I still need to watch Spaced.
Yeah, I understand it might be hard to get hold of, but if you can watch it, it's like it's required reading for being a nerd, I'd say.
See, Ghost Hand is in here. What's up, Ghost Hand? He says, that's an interesting question. What media exists in a galaxy-wide expanding society? Pirated media must be wild. Like, I don't know. Like, apparently, if you watch Star Wars Visions, there's like apparently one rock band with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. They're trying to make it big on the circuit. I'm like, I don't know what circuit. Like, I've never heard music in the Star Wars universe.
To be fair, yeah, I don't think in like any Star Wars thing I can think of have I ever really seen like something that I would refer to as like a TV.
Yeah, you've seen the Cantina band, and you have this nice new, like the Max Rebo band, but that's really it. Like, you don't really have a whole lot of like, you don't have TV shows, you don't have a whole lot of like, I've never heard about concert in Star Wars, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like there must be concerts. I feel like Coruscant must have some good stadiums or something that you could go and like hang out.
Oh, nice. Dead Guy has both seasons of Space. Nice.
Ah, sweet.
See, I watched like 5 minutes of it, never continued. My disdain for modern Star Wars Sith Lord level. I don't know which one is that. I'm guessing. Oh, Shaun of the Dead didn't do it for me, but I loved World's End.
World's End's okay.
Yeah, I like it, but I don't feel it's good enough to be the final movie in the Cornetto trilogy. The first two are vastly superior, I think.
Shaun of the Dead.
Hot Fuzz is the best. Hot Fuzz is by far the best movie. I love that movie. It's like, look at what's the matter, Danny? Never taking a shortcut, and he jumps over the through thing, and then flips over the last one, and then Danny just breaks through it. I love that.
Well, that's throwback to Shaun of the Dead, because when Simon Pegg goes to jump over the fences, he fails in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
so
that falls over. Yeah, and they do that same one. They do the same joke. It's like, what, have you never taken a shortcut? And they do it again, but this time it falls, instead of it falling forward, it falls backwards on him.
That's
like
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole, like they do that reference in a lot of Edgar Wright's films. Let's see. I get it that, so Ghost Hand says, I get it, under the Empire fascist thumb, they would limit artistic expression, but it's wild that we don't even see propaganda outside posters. Where's my Stormtrooper military propaganda? Again, watch Solo. There's one part where they have the whole thing where it's like, join the Empire wants you, and it has the dun 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 dun, but it's like a more upbeat version of it.
Has anyone seen? There's a really fun YouTube channel, TK421 Finest Imperial Reviews, and it's a stormtrooper doing YouTube reviews of like stormtrooper equipment. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
There's a really good like unboxing video of the E11 blaster rifle. Like, it's really good.
That's great. See, there's one I haven't seen that, but I have seen another one. It's called IMPS. It's like the Imperial Military like personnel stories or something like that. And it's like it's a fan film. Like basically, it's a fan documentary of the stormtroopers. It's like, yeah, we're snow troopers, and this is what we. It's like basically watching cops, but it's you're watching stormtroopers.
Yeah. Do they have like Dog the Bounty Hunter? Like, but it's just Bosk or something, like just going around.
Bosk, the big bad Bosk.
I'm the big bad fat, the bounty hunter. Boba. I would totally watch a Boba Fett Dog the Bounty Hunter show. Too bad we got Book of Boba, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
Never got into zombie stuff. I missed all the dead stuff. Dude, zombie stuff is probably some of the best. Hans, space porn must be wild. Dude, it's all just Twi'lek stuff. Like it's what in Star Wars? I already know what porn looks like. It's all a bunch of Twi'lek shit, or those weird. Remember the Guns for Hire alien, the Quarren, the one with the tentacles that was making out with the fish guy?
Yeah.
In Mandalorian. Yeah, it's a lot of that weird shit. It's like either tentacle porn or a bunch of Twi'leks. It's a like,
there was also I did notice I didn't remember. Maybe it's because it's part of the re-release stuff. But there's a Rodian chick. She's one of the backup singers in that musical section in Jabba's palace. Like, which it's one of those weird things where I'm like, she's there like in a bikini, and I'm like, I'm not sure I want to see like a Rodian with less clothes.
Yeah, that's a good point. I remember that chick. The weird. My boner is so confused.
Yeah, that's
like she's in a bikini, but she's also got a weird fly face. Yeah,
the shape of a lady, but the head of a fly.
It's like put a bag over her head. You can do it. Nah. I think I'd stick with the Twi'lek girl. Let's see. All right. Last thing before we end up, because we've been an hour and a half now at this point, and we've gone so many tangents. So I'll say the last thing is that, like, do you think I think personally this movie still rates as my favorite one. Where do you think it rates in your guys' Star Wars like ranking now?
I haven't done I need to do like a proper like watch a bunch of stuff and then like literally write down like how I feel. But I think I still kind of put the original trilogy up there as my top Star Wars movies. So I think this is my second favorite. I think for me, it's Empire, Return of the Jedi, and New Hope. I think is what I'm going to say for like my top three.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Peaky?
Top three as well, but my top. I'd say this would probably be my third because I quite like. Funny enough, I quite like Phantom Menace, and mainly for the Duel of the Fates. Like that's what wins Phantom Menace for me. Duel of the Fates. And two would probably be. I quite like a New Hope. New Hope was quite good for me. Yeah, Phantom Menace, New Hope, Return of the Jedi.
Oof. See, for me, I think it goes Return of the Jedi. I think I'll give it to Empire Strikes Back, and then probably like Revenge of the Sith is my third one. But yeah, nah. Like I don't know. I have to go through. I have to watch all these fucking Star Wars movies again and actually like try to. I think we did like a rankings thing a while back. We did like a tier list some time ago of all the Star Wars movies, but I think we need to re-examine that.
Yeah, this is the issue. Is the more Star Wars we get, the harder it is because you go, oh god, I've got to go back to 9 movies now.
Mate, if you're doing a tier list, I'll happily come on for a tier list video. I'll happily sit and do a tier list. I love tier lists.
I'm not sure you've ever turned anything down, Peaky.
Hell yeah!
Do you know what?
That's fine.
Honestly, guys, I'll keep coming on here as much as you guys want me to. I love your channel. I love being on this channel with you.
Sorry, Hans.
Last scene Gilbert put up was of an Ewok. We did talk about this movie. I tried to talk about the movie, Hans. I tried, but we kept on going to Jamie Lee Curtis or to Star Trek or to goddamn...
Apparently went into Fast and Furious at one point.
Yeah, Watchmen. I tried my hardest to talk about all these this movie, but no. Nobody wanted to talk about Return of the Jedi. They all wanted to talk about fucking all the other crap. There's only 6 movies knocking out. Shame on you, Shanti. You lose your nerd card.
I will say that I think part of that is that there is sometimes less in this movie than I think there is. It's quite a long movie, but like I remember, it's like, oh, you kind of go from like Jabba's palace to Endor, and then you stay on Endor, like until it's done. Like, and you get in the Death Star as well.
Yeah, but like a brief like 2-minute clip of Dagobah, and then we're on Endor pretty much.
Yeah. And then like a brief moment with like Mon Mothma and the rebels, but then like straight up for like a good 45 to I'm gonna say 50 minutes of the movie, like half of the movie is on Endor, and then that's like it's not even a bad thing. I don't mind that, but still though, I still think the Ewoks are kind of dumb. I'm still gonna be like that guy. I'm gonna die on that hill of send those teddy bears back to Toys R Us.
Yeah, it just would have been nice if there could have been a bit more like rebel activity in that fight. Like if it could have been a bit more half and half rather than just the Ewoks basically are the MVPs of that.
You know what they need to do?
Yeah.
They need to have the one guy with the beard. The one who apparently turned out to be Rex, like Captain Rex. Like, so there's one guy in the Rebel party who has like he's a really old dude with a big old white beard, and now they're retconning that to make him Rex. So I'm like, they needed to have him be like, they need to have him be like Captain Solo. We like he need to have him with some like Australian Kiwi whatever the hell accent. They need to have Tamara Morrison be like CGI'd into that movie now, and have him sitting there with a white beard.
That would be cool if he was like started directing people around, you know, like got all his clone training back out and was like, I know how to deal with this. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's the dude who puts on the stormtrooper outfit when they like are sneaking in the first time to the shield generator. He's the dude who like puts on the stormtrooper outfit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, when you look at the track listing for Return of the Jedi, the majority of it is on Endor. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing, but it feels a little weird. Like, don't you think? And they just they focus on just that one planet, and that's kind of it.
I think it's just like, yeah, I remember it being this big epic adventure, and I was like, oh no, like we don't go as far as I thought we did in this. And again, it's one of the reasons I kind of like Empire a bit more. Empire, like you do go on like a big journey. It feels like, at least to me.
Exactly. Yeah,
you've got quite a good section on Dagobah. You've got Cloud City.
You got Hoth.
You got Hoth.
And you spend a bunch of time with Imperials, I think, as well, like seeing what they're up to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't mind it. And then we actually get our first like real glimpse of the Emperor. We get to see what would have been cool is that, you know, if they had to use those red guards, because they didn't, like, the guards don't really do anything. Like his like the dudes with like the spears and the red outfits, they don't really do anything. They're like basically what were Praetorian guards.
They're basically Praetorian guards.
Yeah, and they don't do jack shit in Return of the Jedi, which would have been cool for Luke to be fighting Darth Vader and them at the same time.
Well, that's kind of like the same in Revenge of the Sith. They kind of just walk off.
Book of Boba Fett should have been ended with him being killed again in the Sarlacc pit and staying there. Damn. Just like right in Tamara Morrison's heart. Jeez.
Shanti hates everything.
She does, straight up. See, I was saving this for a very special person who I think you all know. I won't say his name for fear that I'll like it's like gonna Beetlejuice his ass here. But I'm gonna put this for Shanti.
He's an asshole.
I'm kidding. We love you, Shanti.
I think I know who that's about.
Oh yeah,
I think we all know.
If you guys know me, if you guys have seen like the any of the episodes in the last year, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about with that. But again, I won't mention the name for fear that it might invoke the fucker to show up.
Is this the whole guy? Is this guy? The whole KSI versus Logan Paul beef on YouTube, kind of. We're gonna see you and this guy box to like settle your beef.
I sincerely doubt it because I'm not 12, but because I'm not a 12-year-old boy and we're not on the fucking playground. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line he ends up putting me in one of his problematic shill videos. Look at all these channels you shouldn't watch. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I see a lot of YouTubers doing like beef with each other and doing like reaction videos and shit like that. And we love crazy. You too, Shanti. You're one of our you're one of our best friends.
No.
Peaky is 13 years old. Yeah, see, Peaky, you can do it. There we go. I'll have you fight for me.
Sweet, I'll start training now.
Rising up, back on the street.
I'm not gonna lie. It would be nice if we could make some money off of scamming people for energy drinks. That's like a Logan Paul thing I'd like to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean the bottles and cans of Prime that I've got up there on my bookshelf?
You are part of the problem, Peaky. Like...
Shame on you, Peaky. I want to punch that guy in the face. I'm sorry. I hate Logan Paul. I'll mention his name. I fucking hate Logan Paul. It's too late. Cat's out of the bag on that one. He's already popular. Okay.
I remember back in the days, 2013 on Vine when he was all right, and look what happened.
And then he did the whole Japan.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, you fucking. He should have been fucking canceled right then and there. But no, people still go, no, he didn't know. He didn't know it was illegal. Fuck that. He didn't know it was illegal. It's a dead body. Turn the camera off, you fucking moron.
Yeah, it's just blatantly disrespectful, my dude. Like, you don't be doing that.
You know what? But I take pride. Like, no, every now and then I see like NFT that Logan Paul bought, now only worth $10. I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck that guy. It's like Charizard card that he paid $500,000 for turns out to be a fake. Like, yeah. It's like, I love it. Fuck that guy. I hope he gets his ass. Oh, I was about to say something really, really mean. I hope he gets his ass beat. There, I'll say that. About to say something totally, totally different.
Someone just put into the chat about like Peaky started training by staring back at his phone again, and I was like, "Is he on his phone?" And I looked at you, and the teacher just came out of me. I was really bad. Excuse me, young man.
It's like,
phones away.
Maybe you'd like to teach this class, young man. Being a nerdy kid in Miami was not exactly normal. I found a lot of great nerd people.
Does your phone case do this?
Yes. As a matter of, well, it used to. The little flap thing broke off of it that covered my camera, but
I can hide my camera lenses.
I mean, I don't know what difference that makes here, but cool. All right, so I think we're ready to wrap it up here. We've talked a good bit about Star Wars and various other topics, as is the nature of our show. So
hey, it's not Fulcrum Entertainment for nothing.
Exactly. We're not called Star Wars Entertainment. We're called Fulcrum Entertainment, which is stupid because it's a Star Wars thing. But
we call Fulcrum because we pivot a lot.
There you go. Boom. But all right, so I'm gonna go through the list. Say thank you to Shanti and her channel Pop My Culture. Which, yeah, guys, if you want to see some really spicy nerd talk, go over to that one. Go over to her channel. It's always a fun time with her and Josh.
Check out their latest video where they spoke to a comic book artist that's all about boobs.
Boobs. Yeah.
Boobs.
Like you said at the very beginning, Dale. Boobs.
Boobs.
Yeah. No. So, but thank you to Shanti. Thank you to Tony. To Dead Guy, who's also one of our members. He's one of our loyal friends and has been a member for a good while now. So thank you so much for that. You're awesome.
I'm surprised I haven't become a member yet.
I'm surprised too. God damn it, Peaky, what the fuck? I shouldn't really post. I feel like an asshole because I haven't subscribed to anyone else's like membership things, and I feel like I should with the Fulcrum Entertainment one. So I should.
I'm not really a member of many. I don't think.
But yeah, thanks to Lunar Girl for showing up, to Jonathan, Hans Paul, Titan. Let's see, who else did it? Who am I missing? Connor, you also showed up for a minute just to be your Irishy dickhole. No, I'm kidding. I think it was Jonathan who said, like, I hate the Irish. Like, I don't hate the Irish. I tolerate them.
Raf Ente, who turned
up? Rafente, yep. Mr. Action, of course, he showed up for a minute there. We got a whole bunch of, Ghost Hand. Yeah, just thank you to all of you. Anyone I missed, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you all. Yeah, Lunar Girl, of course. I appreciate you all you guys showing up. You guys are all great. And normally this would be the time where I say hit the like and subscribe and all that shit. But instead, I'm going to tell you to do this. Go. Our buddy Peaky is doing an awesome thing tomorrow. Doing a charity stream for the Anthony Nolan charity. It's a cancer charity. It's a cancer. I believe it's a cancer research, or is it cancer? Like
cancer and blood disorder.
There you go. Yeah. So, but it helps people with blood and cancer. Cancer and blood disorders. Flipping those words, but yeah. So go check that out. Yeah, we have the links are actually in our description right now at the very top. You can click on there, learn about it. You can also go and donate because he's already gotten $44. You could be the 45th. Go do that. Like.
Yeah, that's 4 wheel spins ready for as soon as I start Sunday already. So,
hey, no poaching our friends on your show. This is use your own time to get people on your show. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that guy's an awesome dude. He's been on our show before. He's an awesome guy, and hopefully we'll be able to go on his show. Like me, Harrison, Peaky, any of us.
I hope I'll be able to make it on sometime.
Oh yeah, and then Shanti will be on the charity stream tomorrow with Peaky, and as will Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody, make sure before you subscribe to our channel, before you like and comment and do any of that shit, make sure you go over to the Peaky Era Productions and you go check that out, because he's doing something really, really good for an awesome cause. He's gonna definitely hurt himself with how many spicy foods he's gonna be eating.
Yeah, we're not sure whether the hot sauce can give you blood cancer, but like the Anthony Nolan are on standby just in case.
No, I don't know if it can give you blood
Just
cancer.
in case I need a stem cell transplant.
It's definitely going to put blood in your stool.
It's like we tried to take a blood test, but it's mostly sriracha.
So yeah, there you go, guys. Like, the last one. They cut Peaky's arm open. He's gonna be like, it's gonna go and like start to acid through the floor, like.
Oh, it's gonna be like xenomorph blood.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, go check out the Peaky. Go to youtube.com/@thepeakyarrow and yeah, help out with the stream any way you can. Like, every little bit helps, guys. We're trying to reach up to $1,000, and hopefully we can get there.
Also, if you haven't, follow me on Twitter, because tomorrow morning, like kind of a couple of hours before the stream, I will be tweeting out the charity's website and the donation page onto my Twitter, just so then it's out there as well. So,
Update. Apparently, Rafente posted 2 Star Wars subreddits about Sir Patrick Stewart as Lobot, and it wasn't appreciated. I told you it'd be an upset. Like, Star Trek actors need to stay in their own lane. They can't be in Star Wars.
Also, that just sounds like Reddit.
If it's not in the description, I'm too lazy to look for it.
It will be in the description. Also, if anybody does come over and wants to be on in the Hangout, then the StreamYard link will be in the description for tomorrow as well. So
awesome. Well, hell yeah, dude. So yeah, everyone go check that out. And then yeah, like I said, subscribe to him, bell notification, go watch the stream, donate if you can, and then do all that same stuff for us, because we need help too. We need our channel to grow. No, we don't. We're doing fine.
Yeah, but still, we just don't give to charity.
Yeah, no, but we will. I promise you. I'm gonna try to get in touch. Like I've said it before, I'm gonna try to get in touch with Extra Life and see if we can like collaborate or do anything for them. But at any rate, until next time, I have been Gilbert. This has been Harrison. We have been Peaky. This has been the Fulcrum Entertainment Podcast. We thank you guys all so much for being here. You guys are all awesome. It's been a fun chat, despite the fact that y'all derailed everything. Bunch of damn hoodlums coming into my podcast and screwing shit.
Get off me stream.
Get out of my chat, you kids. No, but seriously though, it's been a great stream. We thank you guys all for being here. We love you, and we hope you love us, because if you didn't, we'd all be sad. But anyway, it's been, like I said, it's been the Fulcrum Entertainment Podcast. We will see you guys all next week. I think we're going to be talking about Star Wars Visions next week, because that's when it comes out on the 4th. Yeah. So we'll get ready for some awesome anime talk. But until that time, yeah, like I said, we love you all, and we are all Fulcrum. So we will see you guys all next week. Take it, everybody. Take it easy, everybody. Fuck, I need to get out of here.